Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I meant to look something up here. Happy Cinco de Mayo, motherfuckers. Boys and girls, what's the cheapest gas by you currently? Cheapest gas by me is coming up at 465. Oh, they know how to stick it in and break it off. White people taco night. We've got some taco shells from the grocery store. Ground beef from the grocery store. And lettuce from the grocery store. If you guys could please tap the fuck out of the screen, tap the fuck out of the heart button, and share the live if you can. There's an arrow. You can share a link to your Facebook page, your Twitter, your Instagram. Well, I don't know about your Instagram, your Threads, your Bluesky. You can text a link to a family or a coworker. That is a shirt. Don't you like that? It's got a little bit of ganjawana, and it's got some tacos. Tacos and ganjawana. What makes the world go round? Well, that and titties. Have I checked my PO box? I check it once a week, and I checked it. Oh, when did I check it? Friday, Thursday, or Friday of last week. Good eve. Hat is spectacular as well as the shirt. Thank you very much. Kindly, good evening. Nice shirt. Good evening, Tom. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I just took the Jeopardy Anytime test a couple of days ago. I hope to get a call back. I believe I got a 30 out of 50. To be on the show? Yeah, I would freak the fuck out because like I would not know any of that shit. There'd be like two things that I could like really fucking rip on, and then the rest would just be me standing there watching people make a shit ton of money. You sent me a card. Thank you very much. Is that for my birthday that's coming up? I will be 54 on May 13th. P.O. Box is in the link. Cash is acceptable. Yes, Republicans have proposed a $1 billion taxpayer funded ballroom now. That's pretty fucking interesting, isn't it? I have been on WOF, Hope for Both Griffin shows. I'm not quite sure I'm following what you're saying there. I must be missing part of that. I apologize. Love the shirt. Thank you very much. Yes, the Republicans snuck a line into an immigration bill. Wheel of Fortune, sorry, snuck a line into an immigration bill calling for $1 billion for the ballroom, taxpayer funded. But they're saying it's not for the ballroom, it's for the security measures that are needed around the ballroom, which is really weird since the ballroom was going to be fucking drone proof at $200 million. Now they need $1 billion worth of security measures. Go figure. Go figure. Oh, we're totally broke. We don't have any money. Pastor's Casket. How you doing? Your wife just said that's very busy in reference to the shirt. We'll tell the missus to peep this. And listen, pastor, I'm sorry that, right now you can't compete even in the eyes of your own missus, but I'm just saying. Every girl crazy about a sharp dressed man. Of course that's better. Of course it's better. It's the Kavorka. I can't help it. Happy Cinco de Mayo from New Mexico. You saw a pink taco hat in Las Vegas. Like an actual pink taco or like pink taco? It's about balance. It is. It really is. It's about finding the flow that works for you. It's it's about not giving a shit too. See, people are going to see this live that hate me, and they're going to take a screen recording and they're going to go, "Look at this fucking." They're going to make videos about it. Look at this fucking clown. I don't care. I'm having fun with the people that make up my community. When I have a guest on and I want to be serious, I'll have a guest on and I'll be serious. Until then, it's my fucking life. I'm going to have some fun with it. You know what I mean? Or the band pink. That could be an option. What are my thoughts on PETA? People for the ethical treatment of animals. I think that they have a noble cause. I think that sometimes they go a little bit too far. I think that they're a little bit can be a little bit crazy. But I think it's a noble. Listen, I get what they're trying to do, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. But then when they say you can't eat animals, watch me. Bet. I have come to grips with the fact that in order for me to survive, something needs to die every day. I understand that. For me to live on, something needs to die every day. Hey, Conley, could you just hit these fucking religious nutbags as they're coming in here? Then they are going to come in by the dozen. They are going to come in by the dozen. Kentucky. You hate the cruelty that goes along with the Derby? That's true. Okay, I can understand that. And animal testing is wrong. I don't like that as well. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ is right. Here they come again. See? What they don't understand is we're just going to knock them all out and continue on with the life. You just got a hoagie from Wawa. I've never had anything from Wawa. Slapped up jazz. Holy shit, my friend. Am I subscribed to you? I gotta make sure that I get subscribed to you. I don't know if you're putting your content over here or not. Do I go to the track? No. No, not because I'm ethically opposed to it. It's just not my jam. You know what I mean? It's not um like I've been to the track a few times over the course of my life, but it's just not my scene, you know. I can understand people that don't like oh yeah, it's those religious. The guy that had a problem with I said with the fact that I didn't agree with his God. And he's got a decent little following, and so then when he comes, they all come. Who drew your new profile picture? I can't remember who drew it. Somebody sent it to me. I've had a handful of people do like drawings and renderings of me and whatnot, what have you. So I can't remember who that one was specifically. Yes, it was the first female trainer to win the Derby. I understand where people have a problem with horse racing and circuses and things like that. Uh, I'm not opposed to it, but that's also from spending a great deal of time as a kid coming up around. Oh, they are a special group, kind of like coming up around, farm animals and livestock and things like that. And what's wrong? I'm gonna kill your cat. Which one? That's not my cat. Oh, it's my cat right now? Shit. Slapped up. Are you putting your content over here by any chance? Um, Confession. Every time I record an album, I intentionally make certain I use the word goddamn in at least one song or record. Amen. Sorry about that. I don't know what he was doing, but so we're down to 4 cats now? We're going to be, yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna go find a better gray cat. Right. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah. Slapped up. All right. So first things first, everybody in the comment section, if you could, you see this name on here, Slapped Up Jazz. He's a friend of mine from TikTok. He makes pretty good content. Uh, go follow him. Go subscribe to him. It's free, right? It's not going to cost you a dime, and hopefully we can light a fire under his ass to move some of his content over here as well. I think that the YouTube and Slapped Up Jazz. Here's the thing: the YouTube crowd is a completely different crowd than the TikTok crowd. There is some overlap. Conley's here, Chris is here, think people like that, but really it's a whole new crowd that you would be putting your audience in front of. That's the thing that I've come to realize over the course of the last few months is they're all different. Facebook crowd is different, and Facebook people like Facebook, and Instagram people like Instagram, and YouTube people like YouTube, and TikTok people like TikTok. So when you take one video that you've already made and you put it everywhere, you're putting it in front of new audiences all the time. Any thoughts on Les Claypool as a great bassist? Claypool is a phenomenal bassist. He's not necessarily my scene all the way, and it was ballsy of him to try out for Metallica um, in the wake of the passing of Cliff Burton. But yeah, he's a phenomenal bassist. He's a little nutty. He's a little kooky. You know what I'm saying? Sub the slapped up jazz. Thank you very much, Pastor's Casket. Aldo Nova should be good in concert. Are they still touring? Are they still playing? It's all blah 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 until we know if your cat is okay. Oh, he's fine. He got sprayed. He pissed off. He's That's my wife's cat. She's not going to do anything to him. She sprayed him because he was pissing her off. He was probably on the counter or something while she was trying to make. She's in there making a. She got a few pounds of bacon going, and then we put all that bacon in the fridge, and then as people go through the kitchen, they want to grab a piece of bacon. They grab a piece of bacon. They want to make a quick breakfast burrito. They make a quick breakfast burrito, but it's all cooked. And then it's sitting in the fridge there. Burritos or nachos? Oh, burritos by a mile. I'm not a huge nacho guy. Frank Zappa's okay. Yeah, my wife ran in and said she was going to kill our cat. That happens 900 times a day. I'm gonna kill your cat. It's not even my cat. It's her fucking cat. Bob Dylan should have joined Grateful Dead for a studio album and not just live. Maybe he wasn't invited. What's this up here? Anyway, enchiladas or tamales. I don't like tamales. Enchiladas. Somebody, Laura said, I like Frank's avant-garde classical stuff. And she's talking about Frank Zappa. But I thought she was talking about my cat Frank. And I'm like, what the fuck is Frank doing that's avant-garde that you're seeing? Does he have like a live feed and an account I'm not aware of? It's like my cat Frank and Laura just like hanging out on fucking YouTube. Fucking Wednesday morning at 1:12 a.m. Frank's in here like, hey Laura, check this one out. Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. Slapped up jazz. You said why? What are you asking why about? If you don't mind. Sometimes I lose it in the conversation. Forgive me. Oh, it was Eddie. My gummies aren't that strong. And you never know. Love the shirt. Thank you very much. This was sent to me by a follower. She made it. She sewed in the marijuanas on it. You know what I mean? It's got a nice collar here. The hat. You want to see the hat again? I'm trying to keep an eye on here so I can see what the hell it is. My friend Jazz is saying why about which hat is it that you want to see? See that one right there? The Bob Dylan comment. Gotcha. Mrs. Casket is impressed. Like I said, I have that effect. I don't know what to say. Um, it's how I convinced my wife to stick around for 29 years. I want you to think about this for a moment. There's a woman on this planet that has tolerated this for 3 decades. You trusted her fucking judgment? Like, would you get into a car with her at night? What's today, the 5th? We have 2 days until our 27th wedding anniversary. Dos dias. 2 days. You have the magic touch, Tom. It's called the Kavorka. It's the lure of the animal. I was born with it. There's nothing I can do about it. Women want me and men want to be me. It's a curse. You know, it's just something you got to carry around with you. Yes, Latvian Orthodox. I should do a shirt with upside down pineapples? Absolutely not. I don't possess the robes or the pipes for that kind of lifestyle. I no. Nope. Bubbles, it is my cross to bear. It's my aura. You know what I mean? Yeah, weird orgy lighting. Not into it. Not into it. Thoughts on polygamy? You do you. You know what I mean? Here's my thought process on relationships as a whole. If we could get serious for a moment. I, if you are all consenting adults, I don't give a shit what you do. It's none of my fucking business. Once again, as long as you're consenting adults, nobody's getting harmed, nobody's underage, there is no foul play. And I don't give a fuck if 9 people decide to get married. Why would anybody care? See, that's the thing about like the whole anti-gay marriage argument coming out of the conservative right that I've never been able to understand. When you talk about the wedge issues, while I don't agree with Republicans on abortion, I can understand their argument. They believe life begins at conception. So they believe an embryo is a living human being. I don't agree with them, but I understand their argument. When it comes to gay marriage, not only do I not agree with them, I don't understand their argument. It's like, how does it affect you in any fucking way, shape, or form if Billy and Bobby get married, if Sally and Tammy get married? What do you fucking if Billy, Bobby, Sammy, and Tammy all get fucking married? Why do you care? What the fuck does it do to your fucking life? Well, it's a sin to you. To them, it's not. To them, a sin is whatever the fuck your barber did to your head. I mean, it's like, do we all get to determine how each other's lives go? No, they're not hurting anybody. So shut the fuck up. Eat a Snickers and piss up a rope. Love the shirt. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So yeah, when it comes to like when you say about polygamy, whatever you guys want to do, whatever you guys want to fucking do. Do I prefer Tommy or Thomas? Well, my name isn't Thomas. I prefer Tom, but my legal name is Tommy, Tommy. A lot of people think it's Thomas because I go by Tom, but no. My legal name is Tommy, Tommy, Lee, Lee, Powell Jr. Tommy Lee Powell Jr. And my son is Tommy Lee Powell the third, or I. No, I'm not full name when I'm in trouble. A lot of Facebook activity tonight. It's all popping up on my. I don't know. I must have done something on Facebook. Am I Jewish? No, I'm not of the Jewish background in any way, shape, or form, or the Jewish faith. I was raised. I guess you would say that I was predominantly raised Catholic, but we never really went to church. My mom's side of the family are Sicilian Catholics, and my dad's side of the family are Southern Indiana Baptist, born again sort of people. But my parents, my parents were not religious. I am an atheist. My wife is Lutheran. Shadow, hello. Australia, hello. Appreciate it, Rose. The fuck time is it in Australia? Sorry for going all Chicago on you right there, but what about illusions? I thought the Dylan and the Dead album was going to be great when I heard it. It was horrible. 10:30 a.m. by you. Trump said he would briefly pause an operation to help escort ships through. So, so Donald Trump comes up with an idea. The U.S. is going to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. It doesn't go well, and they realize they can't escort enough fucking ships through to have an actual effect on trade. So it's a fucking epic failure. And now we're going to go ahead and pause this. I thought you controlled the strait, dude. You told everybody you control. We control. We don't. Everything moves in the strait because we say it. It moves. You can't even fucking escort a ship through there, dog. That's a problem. Or you're full of shit. I'm leaning towards the latter. Butter chicken or tiki masala? I don't know. Yeah, I saw my friend Mr. Global say this earlier. We are on week 9 of a 2-week war that we won 8 weeks ago. That is an accurate description of where we are right now. We are on week 9 of a 2-week war that we won 8 weeks ago. Mr. Global. I need to check Disney Plus. I miss PB&J Otter. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Is that a show or a sandwich? You wanna know who is profiting every Monday? Somebody who knows Donald Trump is. Somebody who knows Donald Trump is. It's a preschool show. Okay. I am detached from that particular reality. Did you think Trump was a pedo before Epstein drama? I thought he showed pedophilic tendencies. We have known who Donald Trump is for decades because he's put himself in front of a camera every chance he's gotten for decades. And we knew when Ivanka, so how old is Ivanka? Somebody looked that up. We knew when Ivanka was a child that, like, he, the inappropriate poses and touches and conversations and all of that shit. And then when Tiffany was born and the things he said about her and him talking about, we remember when he talked about shit like the Miss Teen ped. He just had pedophilic tendencies, and everybody knew he was friends with Epstein. I'm tired, boss. I understand. Sup, Tom, cooking hot dogs and steak fries. That's what I'm talking about right there. How you cook your hot dogs? Mad Love from Soldier Field. She's 44. So I mean, for 40 years we've known he's had pedophilic tendencies or thought processes. He has always been a creep. He's always been an absolutely disgusting, abhorrent excuse for a human being. He's 350 pounds of liquefied rhinoceros shit poured into a cheaply made Chinese suit. Not having a grill, air fryer, my favorite way to go for dogs. See, and I don't like grilled hot dogs. I am a boiled hot dog kind of guy. It's a Chicago thing, I think. Have I ever been to San Francisco? Yes, I have. I remember seeing him in the lifestyles of the rich and famous when I was a kid, and he gave me the ick back then. Listen, hot dogs aren't my favorite either, Laura, but I'll every now and again I'll have a dog. Correct, Chris. None of them can say that he actually won, and they'll all still get confirmed. Have I ever been to Oak Park? Fuck yeah, a bazillion times. I lived in Berwyn. Yeah, hated him before he ever got into politics. Indeed, hot dogs right out of the bag, cold, not warmed up. Oh, can you imagine how much piss and shit is going to be on Trump's grave in the first month, this person says. That escalated quickly. I had sweet, sticky, cubed, seasoned chicken with fried egg and broccoli with the lady. It sounds nice. Vince McMahon? Yeah, I could see that too. He's a fucking creepo as well. Yeah, cold franks is not recommended. Do I like cauliflower? No. No, I love broccoli, but I do not like cauliflower, like, at all. Lovely shirt. You like that? It's my marijuana taco shirt. See, I got a little bit open right there. Do I like peas? Yes, I do like peas. I do like peas. Don't like cauliflower. Don't like asparagus. Don't like the fuck are those little ground green round fuckers? Brussels sprouts. Can't stand those fuckers. Aren't those called Vienna sausages? Those are gross. The little are you talking about the little ones in a cup? Vile. Do I like bratwurst? No, I don't. Oh no, I do. Sorry. My apologies. I thought I read I for some reason I read bratwurst and my brain read it as sauerkraut. I don't know why. I hate sauerkraut. I do actually like bratwurst. We don't ever have bratwurst. Renee doesn't like them, and I don't love them enough to go, hey, can we have them once in a while? Because yeah, I don't love them that much. You lived in Berwyn. My step grandma lived in Berwyn forever before she passed. Did you ever meet No, I didn't. Sorry. Happy Cinco de Drinko, or for Tom, Happy Cinco de Smoko. Vivek has won the GOP nomination in Ohio. We expected Vivek Ramaswamy to win that primary tonight. We have primaries going on in Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana tonight. And Vivek Ramaswamy was expected to win the GOP nomination. So he is going to be the Republican nominee in the general election in fall for the governor. So if the Democrat cannot beat the Republican nominee in Ohio, the governor of Ohio is going to be Vivek Ramaswamy. Polish sausage and sauerkraut. My wife loves it. I can't stand it. Drums or flats, boneless, please. Corn on the cob is essential in the summer. Who is Vivek? Look him up. He is I think he's Hindu, or is he Sikh? I think he's Hindu. He's a Republican Hindu conservative. He ran for president and just rode Trump's jock the whole way. Huge Trumper, but his brownness has caught up to him in recent months. The Republican Party is basically like, hey, you ain't one of us, motherfucker. Popcorn or kettle corn? I It's been so long since I had kettle corn. Whatever you're making. Cyclops, indeed. Tokens run out. Yep. He was doing a speaking engagement, like a town hall or something like that, while he was running during this primary in Ohio, and a bunch of younger white conservatives were asking him how they could trust him to run the state when he's not even a Christian, and he doesn't believe in their same God or whatever, and blah blah blah. And it turned into a whole fucking thing. And I think that there are going to be some people that are naturally going to stay home, or or abstain from voting because of the overall atmosphere of this midterm on the conservative side. And I think in Ohio specifically, there are going to be some people who are like, yeah, I'm not voting for this motherfucker. What is Chicago deep dish pizza? It's a pizza flavored quiche. It's fucking, I don't like it. It's a So you take a pan that's not a flat pizza pan. It's thick, okay? And you put the dough in it and up the sides of it, and then you load it with your sauce and your pepperoni and all your shit, your sausage, whatever you're gonna put in it. And then you put the cheese on top of it and you bake it. And your slice is this thick. You have one slice and you're done. Because there's just so much goddamn food in a slice. And you gotta eat it practically with a knife and a fork. And I don't like it. Thin crust is the way to go. The state that folds its pizza, that's New York City that folds its pizzas. And that's not bad. It's just sometimes it can get like paper thin in New York. Look up Chicago thin crust tavern style pizza. No, we don't go to Garrett's popcorn because we don't love popcorn that much, and that shit be expensive as fuck. Um, so you know, every now and again, Garrett's every now and again. What is it? Do you prefer lamb, ham, or ham on Easter? Easter should be ham. Thanksgiving should be turkey. Ideally, Christmas would be turkey as well. Like 85% of the entire meat production. The meat production in this country is consolidated. If you guys could keep tapping the fuck out of the screen for me, that's greatly appreciated. Tap the fuck out of the heart, and if you can, share the live. There's an arrow on the screen somewhere. You can share a link in a text message or like to your Threads account or your Facebook or something like that. Do I like pineapple on my pizza? No, I don't like pineapple, so no, I wouldn't want it on my pizza. What are your thoughts on Katie Hobbs? She's the governor of my state. I don't necessarily mind her. I don't know a lot about her. I thought she was a much better option than who was presented because that one was adamant in her love for Cocoa Puffs. Have you heard of putting peanut butter on pineapple? Why would somebody do such a vile, disgusting thing? Smash burgers are so fucking overrated, in my opinion. Just so goddamn over. Everybody goes nuts for fucking smash. It's a thin burger. You know what I mean? Yeah, Carrie Lake is absolutely batshit fucking crazy. Like beyond fucking out to lunch. Ranch on pizza. You should stop eating ranch on pizza when you turn 7. Katie Porter, the problem that I had with Katie Porter is that I didn't think that she had any kind of foreign policy chops, but then she fucked shit up in California with the way she acts and the way she behaves. I think that Porter should probably fucking stay in the Congress and kind of. Your wife loves ranch on pizza. See, I fucked it up. There it is. Fucked it right. Yeah, you know what I mean? One minute she's putting a poster of me up on the wall. The next minute she's like, that motherfucker. Breadsticks, they rock. Are you kidding me? All kinds of breadsticks. You could have cheesy breadsticks. You could have regular old seasoned breadsticks with some marinara sauce in there. Boom. Tricks the clown. How you doing? Have I ever spent any time in Milwaukee? Was Dolly Parton sleep on her back? Yeah, Milwaukee Fest back in the day, all the time. My husband can't eat tomatoes, so ranch of any kind or white sauce is a good alternative. So he can't do like a red base. Am I itchy? Yeah, I have psoriasis. He can't do like a tomato based a pasta sauce. Oh, that would drive me fucking nuts. Like ever, he can't. Ooh, my condolences to your husband. Thank you very much for the first donation of the night from Rosehill. Thoughts on Trump's comments against Australia? They're abhorrent, like they all are. You know what I mean? And once again, thank you for the donation. Every time he talks about a fucking ally, it's absolutely nuts. He has no idea, and that's part of the problem. Donald Trump only looks at the world through a lens of how each and every person can benefit him, how each and every entity can benefit him. He doesn't look at it through the lens of Australia has been fighting side by side with us in war after war after war through the fucking generations. They are a longtime ally. You fucking moron. It's like that's what somebody needs to do to him is just slap him upside the back of the head and go, dude, fucking stop. No, I don't like vodka sauce. Not a fan of vodka sauce. The water crisis out west? I have absolutely no fucking idea how the people out west are gonna survive this summer after looking at video here, I think within the past week of the conditions of Lake Powell. It's not a lake, it's gone. No, I didn't see him missing putts. Do I like lobster with mac and cheese? I don't like lobster. So I don't like lobster with anything. A TikTok friend in Colorado said they got a little snow and that is bad news for summer. They're talking about like this once every 100 years El Nino event happening this year, which is like, sure, throw that on top of there as well. I got to get my fucking bag packed too. Lobster balls with mac and cheese in them. Then basically the big hush puppies with. I love hush puppies. I don't know if I would dig hush puppies with mac and cheese in, but I fucking love hush puppies. Is this a political live? This my Tuesday lives are a damn near anything live. It's whatever the conversation is. I predominantly do political content, so sometimes it goes political, but it's just whatever the people who are in the comment section here on Tuesday are talking about. Do I know who the fire chief is in your town? The fire chief. No. The police chief, yes. The fire chief, no. We had some trolls earlier, Yorker, and I'm sure the longer we go, we'll have more trolls. Yeah, I was supposed to pack yesterday. I know. See, that's key. If you got desalinization plants, is that how it's called? Desalination or salinization? I don't. Whatever. If you have the ability to desalinize the ocean water and you're along the coast, perfect. See, we have Lake Michigan, which is key. Happy early anniversary. Thank you very much. It is on the 7th, so we have a couple more days, but yes, on the 7th, Renee and I will be celebrating 27 years of marriage. Desalination. Okay, there you go. Parts of California have needed Colorado water for a long time. They haven't had desalination up until recently, I believe. Where y'all going? Oh no, these are backpacks that are just kind of ready to go backpacks because we have a daughter that's due any day. Her induction date is the 18th, but she's also measuring a very large fetus at the moment and a fetus that's measuring at 39 weeks. So it like we could get a call tonight. I don't think we're going to, but we could get a call tonight and it could be, hey, it's happening. Is Lily home for the summer? That's our other one of our other daughters, Lily. She's in college. No, she gets moved out on Friday. Do I believe in the death penalty? Yes, I do. I do believe in the death penalty. I believe it should be used sparingly and in cases when there is absolutely irrefutable evidence of the crime that was committed, but I think it needs to remain as a deterrent. Times you make me laugh. Thank you. I appreciate that. You love the taste of tacos. I mean, who doesn't? You know what I mean? Chorizo tacos or steak tacos or shrimp tacos or chicken tacos or barbacoa tacos or birria tacos or pink tacos. They're all fabulous. The desalination plant nearby in Carlsbad, California provides 10% of our water here. Did you see the story about the people on the crew? Yes, the Hunta virus. It's fucked up. Mount Rushmore of Mexican food. Taco, burrito, enchiladas. I got one left. I got one left. Taco, burrito, enchilada. I might have to go with a chimichanga on the last one. I don't do fish. You know what I mean? Why aggravated progressive? Why would you say that in the live? If you don't mind me asking. Without saying it again, could you please explain to me why you would say that? Savory or spicy what? No, I don't like tamales, Shadow. I'm not a tamale person. It feels like October and it's May. It's chilly. It was chilly. I got the heat on. Mexican rice with cheese sauce and chicken and steak. That's what Renee just had at the Mexican restaurant, minus the chicken. Are we talking Mexican food? I mean, at the moment we are. Yeah, the chimichanga's got to have a little fry. It's got to have a little crispiness on the outside. We have killer Mexican food in Houston. No shit. You got Lupe Tortilla. I'd appreciate you not bringing it up, considering I haven't had it in a fucking minute. Do you travel outside of America? I have been to Canada, Mexico, Honduras, Belize, Jamaica, the Bahamas. Did I say Mexico? Canada, Mexico, Honduras, Belize, Jamaica, and the Bahamas. Gordita? I was never really a fan of the gorditas. Not a huge fan of flan. I've tried it. Not a huge fan. Maybe I should try it again. I don't know. Carne asada fajitas are amazing. See, I was thinking about fajitas to throw in there, and I do love fajitas. And maybe fajitas should take the place of the chimichanga, but the taco and the burrito got to be up there, and I think enchiladas next. Because if you do the enchilada right, where it's not a soupy mess, it's got a little bit of firmness to it, but it's got a nice melt on the top of it with maybe a little bit of a crispy edge. Now you're talking. Have I ever wanted to visit Down Under? Yes. I don't know what it's called. What is this? I don't know what it's called, but have you ever had the brown food that's wrapped in a lead and there's olives inside? I can't even fathom what that would be. Mole? Are you talking about mole? Who was the worst president of all time? Donald J. Trump. On one end of the spectrum, the worst is Donald J. Trump. On the other end of the spectrum, the best is Abraham Lincoln. Soupy Mess was the name of my Two Live Crew cover band name. Excellent. The worst is Donald Trump for one reason and one reason only. He's the only president in American history to try and overthrow his own government to install himself as a dictator over the will of the people. Abraham Lincoln is the greatest of all time because he did the one single greatest thing that any president has ever done, and that's free an entire group of human beings from the bondage of slavery. Other presidents have done more than Lincoln in aggregate. Lincoln, that's the single greatest thing any president has ever done, and the single worst thing any president has ever done, trying to overthrow their own government. They're the best and the worst. Now I want Mexican or Orleans soul food for dinner. There is a Cajun restaurant in downtown Plainfield called Mojo's. So fucking good. And I turned 54 on the 13th of May. I'm just saying. Quesadillas are good, but I don't think they make the Mount Rushmore. No matter what you do to them, whether it's a cheese quesadilla, whether you throw some protein in there, I don't think the quesadillas make the Mount Rushmore. I could go to Australia and fight a kangaroo, or I could not and say that I did. White House is in lockdown. That's the first I'm hearing of that. If you could eat anything right now, money, difficulty, or preparation, what? If I could eat any food and there were no limitations to like what it cost or anything, I don't know because I don't know. Either Russell's barbecue or an Al's beef. Pastelle. Never heard of it. Rice and herbs wrapped in a grape leaf. There you go. Mount Rushmores of drummers. Well, are we talking about overall drummers? Because I don't know. I'd have to sit down and do a lot of studying of like the big band era drummers that just rip on the skins. Are you talking about rock drummers? Well, the first person that goes up on the Mount Rushmore is Neil Peart of Rush. Period. I mean, he's the first one up there. I think the second one that you put up there is Nico from Iron Maiden. I think he's the second drummer that you probably put up there. There's a huge part of me that then wants to go Lars Ulrich. But then you got to stop and you got to go. You had you had Keith Moon. That's an interesting one because I know it's gonna you guys are gonna like freak out, but I also love Bunny Carlos. I absolutely fucking love Bunny Carlos. Um, John Bonham, See, did you ever watch the induction of Ringo Starr into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And all these different drummers are like playing drums on his iconic small set. And I think it was Dave Grohl that said, "You know how much of a badass you have to be on the drums if you could say that here's what I'm going to play." And it just did this simplistic beat where ultimately Ringo was just and yet you inspired a fucking a generation of rock drummers. I just don't know if Ringo makes it. to the Mount Rushmore for me. Democrat Sherrod Brown to face Republican incumbent John Husted in Ohio. Okay, so the pieces are falling into place in Ohio. Okay, biscuits and gravy in general is hot fucking garbage, not suitable for death row inmates. I don't care what you put in it. There's nothing you can do to it to make it edible. What are my thoughts on Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead? Who's that? How do I feel about ranch? Trash. Absolute fucking trash. Garbage. Can't fucking stand it. Throw it the fuck away. Stop sending it to me. I know you guys have stopped sending it to me. For a minute, you guys were sending it to me. It was getting fucking aggravating because I was getting a gallon of ranch in the fucking mail every goddamn week. Do I support Israel? The people of Israel? Absolutely. I support the people of Israel and the people of Palestine. And I don't think that the governmental entities of either of those two nations are the answer for the people. I think that the people have been used and brutalized and oppressed in both nations by the government of Israel and the Hamas leadership in Palestine, and they don't deserve that shit. Ginger Baker. Wow, what a good pull. Ginger Baker, that's a good fucking pull. They played a few songs live on Colbert. Is it just wanted favorite decor in the background? Tom, did you see the Michael Jackson documentary? No, I have not. Fried spam burger, you can stop right there. I don't give a shit what kind of slice you put on it. That's fucking vile. Biscuits and cookies here. So with gravy, always takes a minute to remember. It's not the same. No, it's not. No, it is not. Mm-mm. How's the primary in Indiana going so far? I haven't checked into it. Do you supply your tenants with ranch? Right? Right. Let's just crank that fucking argument back up again. Let's just fucking fire that back up and go through another 3 weeks of that shit. Shit on a shingle. Can't stand it. Do I like Cinnabon? Like a fat kid likes Twix. My shirt is causing you to be unable to nap. I forgot who you said was your favorite three-piece band. ZZ Top. Simplicity personified. That band right there could fucking start a jam session and go for 6.5 hours straight without stopping and fucking kill the whole time. Have I ever tried rabbit meat? Yes, I have. Do you like toffee? Eh, Squirrel? No, I've never eaten squirrel. I mean, I'm white, but I'm not that fucking white. You're sticking with Motorhead? Fair enough. Favorite fast food dipping sauce? Okay, this shit's getting out of hand, man. What am I having? Tell me what I'm having. I'll tell you what I'm dipping. Thoughts on self checkout lines? I like them a little bit more now. I'm still generally opposed to them. Laura just leaning into the pastor. Yeah, fuck yeah. Are you a Steely Dan fan? I am. Wendy's signature Sauceum sauce? Don't even know what the fuck that is. Worst band to ever disgrace music? Milli Vanilli, because they didn't sing their shit. I don't give a fuck what it is you perform, but perform it. How many states have I been to? 39. Metal is kind of racist. Not that I'm seeing. Pearl Jam. Probably my favorite of the grunge rock bands. No, I couldn't say Nirvana, but I do hate Nirvana. Obviously, Nirvana is in my Mount Rushmore of most despised bands. Every time I hear a Nirvana song on the radio, it immediately gets changed. I have no Nirvana on my phone. I never will have any Nirvana on my phone. Fuck every single song Nirvana ever fucking made or thought about making. AC/DC, love them. They're right here on the wall. Going to see AC/DC in September, as a matter of fact. Midnight Oil. Yes, obviously they had the big hit "Beds Are Burning." They had a bit of a flash there. Was that 80s or 90s? I want to say that was 80s. No, I don't like corn. Would you rather listen to Nirvana or live with a Western? Would I rather live with somebody from the Amish community or listen to Nirvana? Let the Amish roll right in. Isn't Nirvana progressive though? I don't give a fuck what they are. They suck. Do I like elote? No. Do I think there will be a Charlie Kirk Memorial Day? Anything's possible with these fucking clowns. Oh, Cherry Pie was a classic song back in the day. Warrant. Yeah, that was, I mean, in the 80s, that was the height of the hair metal scene. 87 for Beds Are Burning. Okay. It was a unique sound, that's for sure. Pour some sugar on me. I mean, some groups are racist in metal, not all metal. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, Pantera, you can make an argument for Pantera. Warrant is so underrated. In my personal opinion, the most underrated group of the 1980s, the hair metal scene, was Tesla. I think that they were the most underrated group. I fucking love Tesla. And then in kind of like that 90s jam band scene, I think the most underrated group is the Black Crows. So those are two groups that I love listening to that I thought never got the the fucking due that they should have gotten. Tesla fucking rocked in the 80s. Scorpion, I love Scorpions, but they had a good deal of success. You see what I'm saying? My favorite car, whichever one is running and gets me. I'm not really a car guy. The Black Crows got them right there on the wall, up there, wherever. Ugly Kid Joe. And I hate everything about. I actually liked U2 and what they were putting out back in the day. I wasn't a huge like, ah, fucking U2, I love the band. But I thought, listen, don't get me wrong. Bono can get annoying as fuck. And sometimes you just want to be like, dude, shut the fuck up and sing, right? Um, but I was digging what U2 was putting out. I love that band. I've been in a huge Pink Floyd, whatever, kick for like weeks now. I have listened to Brian Andrews music, and I've been trying to get Brian Andrews on my my live here on YouTube. So if you guys would like to send Brian Andrews maybe some messages and say, "Hey, love to see you on Tom Powell's live," that would be fantastic. I'd love to have him over here to talk to him. I think the guy's making a difference. I think he's changing shit, and I think he's getting a lot of flack for being different. Who is Hellworthy? Would elaborate, please? Don't fear the Reaper. Yeah, I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. I liked it, but I could tell you what I could use. I could use some more cowbell. Hang on, Tommy. Whole damn house smells like bacon now. Well, well, if it isn't my old nemesis, empty computer chair. I've heard the name John Farnham. I'm not a huge fan of country, but I do like what Brian is doing. Fuck off, Cody. Fuck off. Who wouldn't go for a Dairy Queen Blizzard right now? I mean, what the fuck, dude? It's 8:10 and I'm fucking slightly elevated, and here you are bringing up Dairy Queen Blizzards. Way to fuck up the vibe of the whole goddamn show. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. No, I'm not going to be thinking about a Dairy Queen Blizzard the rest of the fucking night. Appreciate it. What a faux pas. You haven't had a Dairy Queen Blizzard in over 18 years? We're in the same time zone. Where are you at, Andrew? Have you ever heard the try that in a small town? Yes, absolute racist, abhorrent bullshit. The way he made the video, you know what I mean? South Dakota. Not to be rude, but do we need 2 Dakotas? Like, what's and I hate everything about oh, no, 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 no. Okay. 800,000. Okay. 935,000. 1.7 million combined for the 2 states. 1.7 million. There are almost a million more people than that in the city of Chicago. And those 2 states have 4 senators. Haircut looking fresh. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Thank you. How are all the animals outside? I can tell you that the birds are loving life outside. I can tell you that the squirrels are loving life outside. I can tell you that the neighbors' chickens are loving life outside because we're feeding all of them. The birds are like it is bird heaven out there. Um, I'm guessing by the marks around the shed that the possum is still active and underneath the shed. Uh, and everybody in the house is doing phenomenal. There was no dinner tonight. Just been snacking on some bacon as Renee made it. Have we had to mow the yard this year? My son has mowed the yard 7 times, 8 times already, maybe more. Here, Alicia, absolutely. I look like I'm trying to blend into the bulk bin of cheap corn chips. Whatever works, man. You know what I mean? Now you see me. Now you don't. The weather here is going to drop down into the 30s. Renee, are you listening? Are you in the room? Yes, he mows 2 other lawns. They said it's going to go down in the 30s tonight.
Who's they?
I was watching ABC7 Weatherman live on TikTok before I went live.
Okay, but that's for the city. You know, we don't live in the city, right?
Okay.
Alexa, you asked her, and she said,
You want to risk those plants?
You want me to bring them in, or you want me to just cover them?"
I'd say bring them in, or you know what I mean? Because it's such a small platter. We still had snow last week. Mm. Is that door getting tricky?
It just depends.
I think we need to clean the track, maybe.
Sure.
How many tomatoes did you get?
I got 8
This is Renee's haul.
tomatoes. I got 2 pickling cucumbers.
Beefmaster pineapple
It's yeah, look how
tomato?
exciting this looks. It's called pineapple, so it's a beefsteak
2 San Marzanos.
with red marbling, very sweet, fruity yellow flesh. Put this back because we're gonna have to know what all these are. I got black crim. I got three San Marzanos. I got 2 cucumbers and a zook.
Okay, you got the zucchini.
Yeah, I was because I was there and it was $2 and I was like, yeah, I'm
We
getting
can plant that. We can put the fence around it and
right.
plant that.
Um, yeah, and we're still gonna probably get some more tomatoes.
So you got
But if
3
you live
San
within a
Marzanos?
30-mile radius of the Powell house, there's no fucking way we can eat all these tomatoes.
No, we give most of this away.
98.9%. I
So
did
you
get
got 3 San Marzanos, but,
yeah,
there's no Romas?
no, I did not get because we usually get those
Okay,
together.
so we're
I
gonna have
did
a
get
lot of tomatoes.
well, the San Marzanos should replace the Romas, actually, technically. But all of these other ones are good slicing tomatoes. They're just not red. You gonna be okay with that?
We'll see. But, yeah, let's leave it in here tonight.
All right.
Put it in front of the chair, please.
Okay.
We'll leave it in here tonight, and then I'll put
Take your free time.
I would like for you to do it quietly.
Yeah, well, who does all the work in bed?
That would be me.
Me.
Speaking of bed, he's waiting for you to get to bed.
I am well,
Look at him.
he's acting a fool because Tommy gave him his leftover eggs and gave him bacon,
Clyde, or
frankly.
Frank.
I know. I see you, buddy. I dress it out. All right. You have fun with your friends. I'm gonna go sit down.
I'll be done in here shortly.
Oh, I do have to tell you that woman that um Act Your Weight,
Yeah.
old girl has a subscription. You could pay $2.40 to get special stuff from her. It sounds like she's getting paid what she's worth.
Oh, god damn. That was rough. That was rough. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Okay. Come on, Frank. Get out of here.
Eat the tomatoes.
Not eating the tomatoes, but he's eyeballing them.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Go on.
Come on.
Get.
Come on. I know dad's mean.
Love the taco shirt. Thank you very much. What do I think happened to Nancy Guthrie? I don't know what happened to Nancy Guthrie, but I can tell you this: she ain't alive. I'll bet money she's not alive. They haven't heard hide nor hair from her or anybody associated with her in how long? Happy Cinco de Mayo to you too. Any thoughts on Graham Plattner? Graham Plattner is going to be a very interesting test case. Very interesting test case. I do not want Susan Collins to be the governor or the senator, I should say, from the great state of Maine. However, I understand why the Democratic Party backed the current Democratic governor because she has proven she can win a statewide race. Graham Plattner is an unproven entity, a progressive, unproven entity. And if he doesn't win this race in a year where we see what we think we're going to see, if we see a blue wave across the country, but Graham Plattner and people like him aren't winning their races, it's going to be a wake up call to the Democratic Party that veering further left isn't going to be the answer. Maybe the people like Graham Plattner are going to be the ones that win, which will be a wake up call to the Democratic Party that steering left is what the party is looking to do. But it's going to be an interesting evening to watch the progressives versus the more mainstream Democrats and see who's winning. Cinco de Mayo is an American holiday to I forget how it was created here in the States. It's got nothing to do with Mexico and Independence Day or anything like that. It is an American it's what Americans do. They take other people's culture and they figure out a way to make a fucking holiday about it. Tom, I think you're my father. You're missing the Lakers game. With all due respect, I hope the Lakers lose. As long as LeBron James is on that team, I hope they lose every game they ever play. How can I follow you, Connerly? Sorry for misspelling your name. Battle of Puebla, May 5th, 1862. Bye, everyone. Trent is leaving. Everybody say goodbye to Trent. Cinco de Mayo is the quest for more money for Mexican restaurants, somebody said. Thoughts on Rahm Emanuel? Don't sleep on Rahm. If JB Pritzker moves up a notch to the presidency, watch for Rahm to move in to try and be the governor. Opinion on LeBron James. He's a bitch made fool. I don't dig on Primus too much. I'm going to wrap up here in a few minutes, so get your questions in while you can. Tap the screen while you can. Get your questions in while you can. You keep the lights on at your local Mexican joint. um, we walk into our local Mexican joint, and our guy looks at me and goes, "Sprite, what for you, my lady?" To the because my wife will go between like Pepsi or tea or whatever. But I walk in, he's like, "Sprite, yes, got it, no problem." Alicia, take it easy. Why do I have an issue with LeBron James? Um, he has sold out every city he's ever played for. He was a hometown guy in Ohio that went to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thank you for the $10 donation, New West Bill. He was a hometown guy from Akron, Ohio that went to go play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And when he couldn't get it done there, when he couldn't win a championship, he sold that fucking city out and he bolted for Miami. And he went down to Miami and he formed a super team with the superstar already in Miami and another great player that came in to form this trio, and they were going to rattle off 9 straight championships and watch us dominate. And they won 2 championships, and then they couldn't get it done the next year. And he fucking bailed on Miami and went back to Cleveland. Finally, got Cleveland the title while he was there, but then when that fell apart, he bailed on them and went to LA. And this motherfucker has the audacity to have the word loyalty tattooed down his rib cage, like his upper torso. The fuck do you know about loyalty, LeBron James? You know nothing of loyalty. And you label yourself as the greatest of all time, the king. You call yourself the king. You have a losing record in the NBA finals. Steph Curry's the fucking man. Orange Crush is the preferred pop. You do realize he opened a school for elementary kids in Cleveland, and that's fantastic. I'm not denying that he's done great things in the world. I'm talking about from a basketball standpoint. He's not the GOAT. He has no loyalty. He is he's everything you don't want in a teammate. The disparage of owner to player ratio makes me not care about sports and hope every player that can get rich should. Yeah, absolutely. You had a crunch wrap today. Right on. RC cola is only to be consumed with Chicago thin crust tavern style pizza. Uh Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. He's the greatest basketball player that ever has been. He is the greatest basketball player that ever probably will be. But at a minimum, he's the greatest that has ever been. Period. Michael Jordan. You just got your tacos for tonight? Right on. Dig in. I am going to go put my feet up and enjoy an ice cream cone and harvest a little bit of work to make some content for tomorrow. Maybe schedule some stuff for my other if you guys are still on the other social media sites, I have a Facebook page, about 11,000 followers there. I have an Instagram page, about 43,000 followers there. I have a Threads page with about 18,000 and a Blue Sky page with about 12 or 13,000. There are links to all of these things in every description of every video. If you go to any video of mine on this page, you're going to get a description of what the video is about, some hashtags, and then a shit ton of links. Links to my website, my merch store, my books, my various social media sites, my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal, all of that stuff. Um, and if you go to my website, there are going to be additional links. There are going to be links to the 7 or 8 different podcasts that I've appeared on, and the 2 newspapers I've appeared in, and the newsletter I've been appeared in. So um, that's all at my website. Link is in every description. Larry Bird is one of the greatest of all time. So was Julius Erving. These are all-time greats. However, am going to wrap it up. Thank you guys very much. Please watch all of the videos, tell all your friends about it, share, interact, comment, like, do all of the stuff to help promote the videos. I thank you guys very, very much as always. We're going to do more lives between now and next Tuesday, but barring my daughter going into labor unexpectedly, I'll probably see you guys next.